What up? Got interrupted. Thanks be to Lucifer. Um, X, X, fuck logic, basically. Fuck logic, kind of. Um, to see the reality and going a bit off topic. Uh, but nonetheless, here we are. So essentially, I have very minimal visuals, and I do love listening to music while I'm, meditating upon aspects. So let's just keep it at that. If you watched my last video, I was gonna go into God, but essentially, it's like this. It doesn't resonate with the good and bad. So we'll save it for another topic. I'll probably make a video afterwards about it, but no promises. It is what I talk about on here day to day. I have referenced the actual number of God and what it means, but to cover in a full topic, I think it's dedicated to another video on its own. Because doesn't God have as much to offer as far as, I mean, for those that believe in God, for those that don't believe in God, good choice. Good choice. And don't take offense to that. That's just my way of saying, hey, what's up? It's kind of like a handshake. So okay, so good and bad. What is good? What is bad? What is okay? So since we're actually going by fuck logic's rules, and we have to compare and contrast with Spanish, okay? Here's where it gets interesting. Bien with a B-I-E-N. You add them up, you get a 3. Okay. Mal, M-A-L, which is bad, you get an 8. So bien is good, and mal is bad. That's why you hear words with that same root, which would be maleficent, malignant, maldeformed. Get what I'm saying? So mal, M-A-L, is actually derived from Latin roots. I do believe so. I'm not entirely, keen on the Roman language dialect that they used, but because I'm pretty sure that Roman dialects and dioceses, aka gods and whatnot, were derived from Greek culture. So everybody knows that part of that is true. And you know I don't want the attention. All right, so get back to it. So, what does that have anything to do with patience? Patience is a virtue, but it's a motherfucker, right? Okay. You don't have to go insane with this shit because I already did. Psychopathic, not sociopathic, psychopathic. There's a big difference. And there's actually a bigger difference to nowadays society, how they view psychopaths and sociopaths. They think it's so clear to see, but the truth, the truth is actually dawning, because sociopaths and psychopaths, you cannot tell them apart, and you cannot tell them straight up unless you're one yourself. Okay, takes one to know. Right? Okay, so that being said, welcome my psychopathic friends of non-sociopaths. Hopefully, That just sounds wrong. I know, and it doesn't make any sense. But hear me out, okay? Fuck logic states, okay? So bien and mal, they equal 3 and 8. How is that congruent to what good and bad is, right? Check this out. El bien, which is the good, or it could be just pronounced as good. So el bien is like, it could be keyword as good, just good, just the word good, or etc. So basically, el is kind of like an adjective. It's pointing out like this, and then you supply with whatever word. So we have el bien and we have el mal. El equals an 8 because it's 5 and 3. All right. Or it's 5 and 12 if you want to get anal about it. I mean, I haven't tried anal, but come on. I like to joke around a lot, and it's very psychotic joking around, because it's it's something that kind of hurts my image. But as the Christ before me, and who is coming to be, gives a mad fuck about imagery. You know, if you're down with it, you'll learn and you'll flourish with whole lot more benefits than those who just keep like, why me, right? There's no such thing as why me. Why the why? Okay. And I don't mean why the WHY. I mean why the letter Y, right? So el bien equals 2, right? Because if you add 8 to 3, you get 11. But if you add 1 and 1, you get a 2, right? So far so good. Now let's add el mal together. All right, you get an 8 plus another 8. Anything that you add to 8 equals the number minus 1. So if you add 8 to 4, you get a 3. If you add 8 to 5, you get a 4. If you add 8 to 9, you get an 8. All right, so that's just a simple trick to adding crunching down numbers, because it gets frustrating adding 8 to 6 or 5 or anything in between that's not like, 1, 2, or 9 in my aspects. Anyways, that's kind of going off on a thread there, just kind of plunging through the rabbit hole. So you add 8 to 8, you get a 7. That's where we get our congruency with bad. What does bad equal? Right? So if bad equals 7 and bad equals el mal, we actually have something that holds its posture. But how come bien doesn't add up to good? Well, maybe good is a concept of false reality, because you got 5. How does 5 equal good, right? So maybe good is not what we're actually looking for, because good, how can good be? You see what I'm as far as I've broken down the letters through Fuck Logic's help, she has given me specific things as far as, okay, so basically 1 is alpha, but it also equals time, because that's where dimension 1 starts. Dimension 0 is of concept. Then you add 1 to the equation and you have time, because essentially you got a ball of nothing and everything, and all of a sudden, have not a line, or a segment, but a line which is a. And if you school and actually in a geometry, you know what I'm talking about. So you got a ray, and this is the algebra. Let's hope at least because there's gonna be a lot. Reason being is because this is vortex math, and vortex math includes a lot of geometry because it's a lot of and proportions and etc. That's cool. So, um, word obviously we got equal. It's equivalent in Spanish, but you gotta kind of emphasize it. El más que out Spanish unless we're so maybe me good and different where we're it's at the, you, you got equal sigma. Actually, it's not very it's so if we use law and schema and Christ, we also did he, someone go out and state that they're Jesus Christ. They've also they failed. Okay, so keep in mind, I'm just in the wilderness. Pay no mind, but into what has and we got wow day equals 2. So good el bien and harmony. About the oh, it doesn't say that from bad and here all so you add 6 to 7 because if you add 6 to 7 you get 30. If you add 1 and 3 you get 4. 4 isn't that I mean I know I kind of lightly touched upon when I fucked on top of the video, but many people believe that the 4 analogy has a high significance when that's I can because logic rules, but people don't because it's and if you add numerals it doesn't really burn in variables. No, sorry, fuck takes a shit on numerals. Yeah, puts it all and stop this fucking and spawn. You know this is you know the bad for Jesus Christ. He in essence because he was everybody. Everybody, oh, why are you killing him? It's well acted it, that it's like you God. That's Jesus. Like this guy, I God. You know, mean. Don't take it the light way. Take it and prove. So if I can prove my theory through the same Jesus Christ did, and skip um, basically as I to it in figuring out the Jesus Christ code because we've heard, you know, it, but we can create some here. Knows everybody this world is a miracle. May God bless you and hand you keys of Amen and those keys of heaven. Take note. Jesus gave the same key. Be careful to open and unlocking heaven because those are big, but need to be so good goes, but um is event and dog equals el bien, which is actually what we're to add equals and light illustration. Okay, you got 6 6. They're like a clock. Got the bones right there, and then you got the 6, right? So you got a 6 like that, right? Or whatever. Claw. Claw. But whatever. And you have 7, 7, right? I write my 7s like that, but it's just as plain as writing them like this, etc. Right? So it's no wonder that 7 is the aftermath, and 7 and then you think Monster has 3 congruences in there. And you know the math of drop, but when it's writing about it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So have a good one. Um, be good, y'all. Be the good. Be the good news, and let's make miracles happen. Cause I'm ready for it. I'm happy. Peace out.